To do what?
You do. To read a list of some stranger's
name.
names.
To use the DOJ and other things to control
That's
and hide
not
things?
DOJ.
Yeah.
DOJ didn't make this list.
Let me finish up my question.
Some jackass made a list in his basement.
You have the right to
You're reading their
answer.
names as if they're incriminating in some way.
You have the right to
That's
answer.
bullshit.
Right. But the one thing that we did look up that wasn't a conspiracy theory was the following. And this is the one that's kind of weird. And first thing I ask myself is, how the hell is our guy here, Anthony Weiner, still alive? What do you mean by that? Well, when you go through the list of people that have been close to Hillary Clinton and the Clintons and the death pool, this is not a conspiracy. You got the names of James McDougal, okay, Clinton's convicted Whitewater partner, died of an apparent heart attack. You know, Mary Mahoney, a former White House intern, was murdered July 1997 at a Starbucks coffee shop in Georgetown.
Ron Brown, he died in a plane crash.
Vince Foster
What is this?
Vince Foster was the next one. By the way, the James Dougal was a key witness in a Ken Starr investigation.
Ron Brown was in a plane crash. Why is he on the list?
Ron Brown is another one, but there was a close person to this. Victor Razor, you got Paul Tooley, Ed Woolley.
Wait a minute, you're reading a list of people that Bill and Hillary Clinton knew. They're 80, they're 70-something years old.
I'm asking you this question. I'm asking you this question and an answer at the end. So you got Jerry Parks, Jane Bunch, James Wilson, Kathy Ferguson, Bill Shelton, Candy Bow,
You're better than this,
Florence.
Hola! We have an interesting one today from the Valuetainment podcast on YouTube. Patrick Bet David is grilling sleaze bag politician Anthony Weiner, who is not happy about what's going on here. Now, I have to admit, it sounds like some kind of conspiracy theory. Conspiracy, I don't know, you know. He hasn't asked a question yet. But I have a feeling that Anthony Weiner, by the time PBD gets to the question, I don't think Anthony Weiner is going to like it. So this, I have a feeling, is going to get heated. Let's carry on listening and see where this goes.
Martin, Susan Coleman, Paula Grober, Danny Casolero, Paula Wilker, John Parnell Walker, Barbara Weiss. We should verify this yourself because you're running a radio show. You should look it up. Charles Meisner, Dr. Stanley Hurd, Barry Beal, Barry Seal, Johnny Lawhorn,
Can you read me the URL you're reading? Can you read me the URL you're reading?
We'll send you the most credible source you can look it up.
Let your listeners know what you're reading.
We'll put the link below. We'll put the link below.
Just tell me so I know what I'm responding to.
Herschel Friday, Kevin Ivey, Dan Henry, Keith Coney. And these were part of the Ivy Henry case. Keith McCaskill.
What's the Ivy Henry case?
You can look it up. Ivy Henry case. So Gregory Collins, Jeff Rhodes, James Millen, Richard Winter, and then you got the close bodyguards, Major William Barkley, Captain Scott Reynolds, Brian Hanley, Tim Sable, General William Robertson,
you don't even know what you're reading a list of. How is this
Densberger, Robert Kelly, Colonel Gary Rhodes, Steve Wills, Robert Williams, Conway LeBlue, Todd McKeon. I'm done. It's 46 names. And
of what? Can you read me the list? Can you read me the URL so I know what you read a list of before I answer any questions
when I finish this, stillinthestorm.com. You can look it up.
From stillinthestorm.com. I have no idea. Frankly, it does sound like a conspiracy theory website. I'm not here to discuss the ins and outs of conspiracy theories. I think they're fascinating, but that's not what we're here for. You know, some conspiracy theories turn out to be facts. Some turn out to be nonsense. Regardless, this is obviously a list of people who have been close to the Clintons over the years and who have died. It's quite a long list, but let's see what Anthony Weiner has to say. This is obviously not proof of anything or even evidence of anything. Let's see what he has to say.
Thestorm.com. This is your big moment, guys.
Yeah, so you can go. And by the way,
ads about chemtrails at the end of it.
He hasn't even asked the question. He's just reading the article.
He's reading a list of names.
So
he hasn't even asked the question. It's a list.
The fact that you're getting nervous is an answer.
It's not nervous.
That's kind of funny. The fact that you're getting nervous is an answer. Don't know if I agree with that, but I mean, Anthony Weiner is always kind of nervous and squirrely, frankly. That just seems to be the way he is. I'm not surprised given his background and his history.
This stuff makes me sick when you repeat
exactly.
these
It makes
ridiculous...
us sick as well. It also makes us sick.
It obviously doesn't.
Of course, because the establishment makes us sick.
You start the question by reading a list of well-founded...
Your reaction is an answer.
...conspiracy. I know, these things make me sick, and people have gotten killed.
Your reaction is an answer.
Someone went into a pizza parlor in Washington because they believe this shit, and you're making an echo chamber.
Your reaction is an answer. So let me go to it here now.
No.
Your reaction is an answer. You're not going to read a list.
Yeah, my reaction is my reaction.
Yeah, exactly.
Can you tell me what that list, in your view...
You haven't allowed me to finish. If you allow me to finish the question,
because you're reading 46
then
random
you can
names
do
off the internet
whatever you want.
Of some fucking insane website.
I love your answer
and
because
these people who you don't even know who they are, you're reading them on a list of something, making some kind of as if it's somehow suspicious. You don't even know who these human beings are, who have families, who are like out there, and now
I'll spend the next 2 hours with you one by one, explaining who these individuals are if you want to do that.
How about you pick one? Pick one and tell me who he was and what his story was. No, not you. You're asking me the question. Pick one name and then tell me.
Pull up Vince Foster if you want.
No, Vince Foster, that suicide has been investigated 50 times. Pull up one of the obscure names you pulled. Why did you pull Ron Brown? Here, let me read Ron Brown. Ron Brown, a Commerce Secretary who a plane crashed while he was on a humanitarian mission, crashed into the side of a mountain. So what do you want to know about Ron Brown? What do you want to know about Ron Brown?
Can you let me ask the question?
No, listen, this is a conversation.
No.
We're having a conversation.
I'm sorry, I'm the host. You invite me to your podcast, you get to ask the question. I'm the host. I want to ask you the question. You haven't let me answer the question.
I didn't see.
He does seem, there's some, it's true. PBD hasn't even asked a question yet. He's obviously driving at something. The website he's quoting from is obviously driving at something, or probably specifically says something. I haven't seen it. But it is strange that Anthony Weiner just doesn't let him ask a question. If it's such nonsense, what PBD is driving at, if Patrick Bet-David is implying something and in effect making some sort of allegation that's outrageous and clearly unhinged and wrong, why doesn't Anthony Weiner just let him make the allegation, and then he'll expose himself for being not so whack job? That's all he has to do. It does seem like he's getting very upset for no reason. And now he's starting to act like he just has the interests of these poor dead people at heart and their families. Yeah, that I'm not really buying. But let's keep going.
Your reaction is already an answer.
I know. I am infuriated by people who drag other people's names who are powerless. You're not powerless.
Hillary Clinton is powerless.
No, these people.
Hillary Clinton is powerless.
These people.
That's the problem.
These people.
Hillary's the problem.
You read a list of people because you have the power to do it. People who do that are bullies, and I don't appreciate bullies.
I have the power to.
What on earth? Now he's claiming that by mentioning these people who have died, that somehow Patrick Bet-David is attacking them. When, of course, that's not what it is at all. This is pretty twisted thinking on the part of Anthony Weiner. He's not making himself look good. If he's so outraged by this, all he has to do is just let PBD walk into a trap of his own making.
To do what?
You do. To read a list of some stranger's names.
To use the DOJ and other things to control
and hide things. That's not DOJ.
Yeah.
DOJ didn't make this list.
Let me finish up my question.
Some jackass made a list in his basement.
You have the right to
You're reading their names as if they're incriminating in some way.
You have the right to
answer. That's bullying, and I don't appreciate. And I stand up against bullies.
Please.
That's really rich coming out of the mouth of Anthony Weiner. Oh man, that's hilarious. The fact that he's putting on an angry face, an outraged face, like he's protecting these poor people from the bully that is Patrick Bet-David. That is absolutely hilarious. The absolute chutzpah of this guy.
He hasn't even asked the question yet, Anthony.
He's reading a list and he's refused. And now he says, let's move on.
No.
Because I set your answer
Nobody
already.
has said move on.
He hasn't even asked the question. I don't even know what the question is.
Pick a name.
I'm going to ask you a question.
Reading
and you get
a
to
list
answer
of people who
or
probably,
not answer.
And there are some of those people that had military titles in front of them,
Exactly.
and you're dragging their name.
That's even the point.
You're dragging their name through the
point.
You should be ashamed of yourself.
He's not dragging their names through the mud. Not at all. He's not attacking the people who've died, obviously. Oh, just watching Anthony Weiner just twist and invert everything. That's unhinged.
Families would want to know.
Because you've got a podcast.
Some of their
you
families
can read
would want to know.
Some conspiracy theory podcast, conspiracy theory that 9 people read. You find some guy that comes in, and then you go from Ron Brown to some obscure officer that used to protect Bill Clinton, who passed away. May he rest in peace for his service.
May all of them rest in peace.
You are dragging them into some wacky conspiracy theory.
May all of them rest in peace. So here's the question for you, because millions of people are not convinced Hillary Clinton is a good person.
Again, with the other people. Millions
including
of people.
Myself. If you want to do that, I'm not worried about.
Don't try to make it about some bozo who put up a website. Put in your own words.
Here's a question for you, Guy. It's a very simple question for you. So, how is it when you think about other candidates? Okay, everybody has a stereotype. You have a reputation, whether you like it or not. What's your reputation? Your reputation is you like to text underage girls, and you like to talk to girls, and you sending pictures of your dangling. That's your reputation.
Oh, man. Oh, Patrick Bet David just laying it on the line here, holding nothing back. And Anthony Weiner hasn't even said anything yet. Oh, yeah. Yeah, he's right. That's his reputation. It's amazing that he even shows up on the internet anymore. Oh, that was pretty funny. Straight to the point. Kill shot there.
Whatever you do, you can't do anything about it. Adam has a reputation. Adam is a playboy in Miami.
You better get back to that list of strangers you read a list of.
Trust me, I'm getting back to it. Tom's got a reputation. His reputation is a man who
And right now, your reputation is listing strangers who served in the military and dragging their names.
I have a reputation to ask tough questions and piss some people like you off. That's my reputation.
Including dead people who I'm going to stand up for.
Oh, trust me.
Now he's presenting himself as the man standing up for these dead people who are being attacked, apparently, by PBD. Oh, this is unhinged. Unhinged inversion by by convicted, well, I won't say what he's convicted of, because this is a family channel here, but you can look it up yourself. And just the absolute chutzpah on this guy, the absolute state of American politics, and the people that move up in it. That's just, it says it all.
I mean, we are standing up for them more than you are standing up for them.
Let's see. You better get back to that list, because we're going to clear some people's names today.
My question for you is, how is it that in the last 50 years, we don't have a single candidate? Everybody has their own. Hey, John F. K. was a playboy with Marilyn Monroe. Trump, Karen McDougal, Stormy Daniels. You know, George Bush linked to 9/11 and weapons of mass destruction. Bill Clinton linked to Arkansas women, all this others. Everybody has a reputation. How is it that the reputation that follows them is people close to them die? Why is that a story that many people believe in? Why is that?
Are the Clintons in their 70s yet? You don't think I can make a list of other people who are 70-something years old and say this person died, that person died, this person died? Hold on.
How come they haven't done that with Bush? He's in the same age.
I have no freaking idea why they haven't.
How come they haven't done that with Trump?
So are you saying, so you agree with what I'm saying?
How come they haven't done that with Reagan?
So
how come they haven't done that with Kerry?
What point are you making about these men and women who you listed?
How is it so many people close to them died? How is it so many people close to them
everybody dies?
How is
are
it
you
so
suggesting?
Many Okay. I'm asking the question.
You're asking a bizarre question.
Exactly.
Did people
die?
You off. Did people die? No. What pisses me off, and I'm going to say this again because you apparently are not listening to me. You read a list of people off an obscure website of conspiracy theory, taking a Venn diagram of everyone that ever worked in the orbit of someone who served in public life for 50 years. And you listed them, including people in the military, including strangers you could not pull out of and you are implying that there's something nefarious. Let me finish my thought. Let me finish my thought.
Please do so, because I got another source coming in here for you.
You're implying both with the question and with the website. The website says it explicitly. You're implying it. Let me finish.
Go ahead.
You're implying that something.
You are implying until he's done. Go for it.
You are implying that something nefarious is afoot both with the question and with the list.
That's true. That is what he's applying. I wish he would just ask the question, frankly. Yeah, you know, PBD, he's been slapping Anthony Weiner around, but yeah, ask the question, put it to him, and like straightforwardly. Don't pussyfoot around.
Hillary Clinton, she's a big girl. I'm a big boy, you're a big boy. The people that you just listed.
They're all.
Listen to me. No, these are obscure people that you could not pull out.
Great politician, buddy.
Wait a minute, hold on.
Fantastic.
You know what? You are the classic bully. You list someone's name.
Are
you going to go back and clarify?
Are you going to go clarify? You know what the qualities of your personality is. You want to really know that.
Ad hominem attack on me is going to somehow clear that person's name?
There isn't anybody at this table that's a bigger bully than you.
I tell you. Oh, yeah? You just listed some stranger with PSC.
Very good deceptive way of pinning. Good for you guys.
You're reading some.
Good for you.
You're reading a conspiracy website.
Good for you.
Some people say. Some people say. Look at that fucking website.
I just sent to you. Pull up the Wikipedia. Is Wikipedia a conspiracy website?
You want to take?
No.
You want to take a run at me? Bring it all day, pal.
Hey,
bring it all day.
Sweetheart.
Take a run.
Clinton body count.
Conspiracy theory.
The Clinton body count? Is that what he just said? Is that a Wikipedia page? Wow, I'm behind on my conspiracy knowledge.
Yeah. Right at the top. Wait, can I throw a mic I can drop? Conspiracy, at the top.
What's the point with that?
The point is conspiracy theories are by their very definition unsubstantiated.
How come other people don't have this conspiracy theory? How come Reagan doesn't have this conspiracy theory?
Oh, wait a minute.
How come Bush doesn't have this conspiracy theory?
On the PBD podcast,
how come John Kerry doesn't have this conspiracy theory?
Oh, wow, really?
Why do they, though? Some of the stereotypes are true. Like, you have some reputation. It's true, some of it. Some of the stuff they say about other people is true.
That's not a stereotype. That's a made-up story about strangers.
How come others don't have that made-up story?
People have it all the time. Look at the internet.
Give me another body count with another president or candidate. Give me another person.
Do you really think that someone within the...
Do me a favor and pull up another Barack Obama body count.
Do you really think... why don't you go to Barack Obama, not born in this country? By the way, where was that podcast? Did you guys do that one?
No. That's never anything we discussed.
Oh, why? Oh, come on. Some people say it.
Anthony,
there's a Wikipedia
Nice pivot.
thing on it. Huh. These people are strangers that you just read a list of, and I think out of deference to them...
You're a dark human being, guy. You're
settle
pretty
down,
dark.
Pal. Settle down.
No. You're pretty dark to take the angle you did.
Listen to me. Talking topless now.
Yeah. Oh, okay.
You should cut that list out of those people.
Absolutely.
We can still have the argument. You and I are big boys. Cut that list out.
I'm not going to be cutting that list because the world needs...
That's right.
Here's what everybody needs to...
the world needs... That poor person's family that you can't even name.
Exactly. That some people say, what does it matter now? They're dead.
Some people say.
What does it matter now? They're dead.
Say.
Can you play that clip again?
Famous podcast host says some people say.
Play that clip again. What does it matter now? What does it matter now?
These people.
What does it matter
change
now?
the subject all you want. Anyone who read that list is still waiting for you to...
Who's changing the subject, Anthony?
Come back to that list and apologize to those people.
Do you realize why some people...
Apologize to those people.
Do you realize why some people...
You should apologize to those people.
Why do you keep saying that? What does he need to apologize about?
Listing those people on some obscure website as if something about their death was shrouded in some kind of a mystery, dishonors their memory. Now, if you are Hillary Clinton or Anthony Weiner, that may sound fine. If you are some person who has one of these jackasses on the internet showing up at their doorstep saying, "Tell me about the death of your father. How did Hillary Clinton?" We had someone walk into a pizzeria in Washington with a gun because of assholes like this.
I've heard that phrase before by other people. Play it again. Play it again. I've heard this phrase a couple
times. Oh, by the way, what's
times.
the whole Benghazi? Let's get the whole Benghazi.
No, it's the phrase.
The fact is, we had 4 dead Americans. Was it because of a protest, or was it because of guys out for a walk one night and decided to go kill some Americans?
You disagree with her point here?
What difference at
Play
this
that again.
point
Play that
does it
make?
make?
You disagree with this point?
Play that from the 10-second mark. Not from that mark.
Play it from the 1 second mark so we really get context.
Right there. Go play it right there.
Play it from the 1/10 of a second mark.
What difference at this point does it make?
That's what you sound like.
Let's hear it.
What a script. You're duplicating it very well.
Let's hear.
You're duplicating that script very well.
By the way, do you disagree with her point?
Of course I do.
You do?
Of course I do.
That it matters whether it was a protest that came from Libya to that family.
Do you know?
To that family. And by the way, do you know why she cleaned the Republicans' clock in that hearing? Because she talked about how many times.
She cleaned the clock? She ain't a president, guy. That's cleaning the clock. The American people cleaned her clock.
No, in the Benghazi hearing.
Yeah.
Focus.
Why do you think she's not a president?
Focus.
Why do you think she's not a president?
Hearing. Focus.
The American people
cleaned her clock. You bring up a clip and then you want to change it to 2006.
No,
let's talk about that clip for a second.
What she did to the Republicans. So going back to it, here's what you're doing right now, which is fantastic. You just influenced a lot of people to go do their own due diligence. You just influence a lot of people to go do their own due diligence.
You can find utter dirt. No, you did that,
Find out for yourself. No.
I saw what you did by listing the conspiracy theories you're not going to ask about.
I'm not going to ask about those things.
Sorry, that was dishonorable.
Yeah, which part's dishonorable?
The list of conspiracy theory you know is bullshit, but still putting it out there.
This thing, there's a lot of
I think
credibility sources behind this.
People want bullshit. It's not true. Look at what you had to cite. Cite any media that you would ever read in your day-to-day life for that. Cite anything. Go call one of those people.
You still can't answer questions,
have one of your producers. No, you make a point, now I'm responding to it. Have one of your producers call up one of those families and tell them if they want to be listed in one of these conspiracy podcasts.
You're so sweet for saying that.
All right. This is just nonsense. Yeah, it's not really going anywhere. It is, who knows? Yes, I've heard about the Clinton kill list, Arkansas and all that. Of course, that's been around for years, that conspiracy theory. Whether it's true or not, I have no idea. None of us are probably ever going to have any real idea. Maybe there's some evidence somewhere. No idea. Don't have time to go down that rabbit hole. But yeah, Anthony Weiner's his act here, taking, as if he's taking the moral high ground, taking the high road, is interesting. And the way he keeps trying to invert the argument, and like he's the protector of these people, of these poor people who have died. Their names aren't being dragged through the mud. It's just a list of people who have died, who know the Clintons. Whether there's anything behind it or not, who knows? But he does not come across well. All he had to do was just let PBD make his point, which he never did really make. I thought he was going to go in for the kill, but he didn't really. He sort of insulted Anthony Weiner about his past. Fair enough. I'm sure Anthony Weiner's heard that many, many times by now. And he asked why, there aren't similar lists, why similar lists haven't been made about other, past presidents. Because if there were such coincidences surrounding other past presidents, then surely all these conspiracy theorists would have looked into them and made similar lists, which is, as in itself, yeah, okay. That's a reasonable question to ask, and maybe someone could look into it. These conspiracy theorists love tracking down things. So, Anthony Weiner does make a good point. If you've been in public life for 50 years, you have been around a lot of people, thousands and thousands and thousands and thousands. Yeah, and of course, a certain number of them are going to die. A certain number of them are going to die under odd circumstances, under suspicious circumstances. So, who knows? I have no idea if it's true. Let me know in the comments if any of you know more about this kind of thing than I do. Or also let me know what you think about Anthony Weiner's reaction. That I did find puzzling and kind of strange, I must admit. He had sort of a weird reaction. He positioned himself as the good guy who just wants to stop PBD from dragging these people's names through the mud, which he wasn't doing at all. The only people getting dragged through the mud here are the Clintons. So yeah, let me know what you think. And I'm sure we'll be hearing more from PBD and Anthony Weiner in the future.